Okay, guys, so I'm going to do a quick explanation about function composition. So function composition sounds challenging, but really it's just kind of a fancy word for substitution. So we have two functions here. We have f of x equals 8x plus 3. And we have g of x equals x minus 3 over 8. What we're going to be doing is substituting one equation into the other one, and then we're going to do it the other way, and the result is going to tell us whether or not the two functions are inverses of each other. Okay, so I'm going to take this 8x plus 3, it doesn't matter what order you do this in, and 8x plus 3 is going to be substituted in here for x. Okay, that's where we get this, well, this is actually this one. Okay, g of f of x. Because what I'm doing is as I'm substituting in f of x into g. Okay, so this is what this is going to look like. I have, this is the function that I'm focusing on first. And again, I'm going to replace my first function into my second one. So as soon as I see this x here, I'm going to replace it with this. Okay, so I have 8x plus 3 minus 3 divided by 8. So I have my g of x function. Literally the only thing I did was substitute in the 8x plus 3 in for where x is. And then I'm just going to simplify. Okay, use your order of operations. So this becomes 8x plus 3 minus 3 over 8. 3 minus 3 cancels. So now I have 8x over 8. The 8 simplify to 1, and I'm left with just x, which is exactly what I want. Okay, now we're going to do it going the other way. And we're going to take, I wanted blue there. We're going to take this and do the exact same thing, only that is going to go in here for x. Okay, so start with my f of x. I start writing it out. I have 8. As soon as I get to my x, I'm going to replace that with my other function, x minus 3 over 8. And then plus 3. So 8x plus 3. And again, I'm going to simplify using my order of operations. 8 divided by 8 simplifies to 1. So then I end up with x minus 3 plus 3, which simplifies to x. What's the point of this? As long as I end up with x as my final result from both compositions, that means that this is an inverse. Okay, as long as I get x for both of them, they are inverses. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with my second problem here. Okay, so, and again, it doesn't really matter what order you go in. Let's do this one into this first. Okay, so as soon as I see x, I'm replacing it with this whole thing. So I have x is the first thing I come across. So I'm going to replace that right away with my entire other function. So I have the cube root of x plus 6, close those parentheses, and that is cubed. Okay, so this is my x cubed minus 6. And we're going to simplify. Okay, I have to do my exponents first. So I have a cube of a cube root. Those undo each other. And I'm left with just what's on the inside, which is x plus 6. Then I have that minus 6, which simplifies to just x. Same thing going the other way. I'm going to take this whole thing, and that is going to go in here for x. So I take my second function, start writing it out. Okay, cube root. As soon as I see that x, I'm going to replace it with my first function. And I'm going to try and make sure I keep keeping things in parentheses to help keep it organized. So that's going to be x to the third minus 6. And then the other part of that root was plus 6. Now, what the most common mistake is with this is people are like they kind of feel like they know what the end product is going to be, and they just go, oh well, that's a cube root, sixes cancel, I get x. If you cannot show me the correct steps to get there, you're not going to get the full points. Okay, you need to be able to show me that that you understand the process here, which means I have to work underneath my root first. Okay, I can't cancel these out right now. I got to work underneath my root. So what I really have here is, if I just get rid of my parentheses, this, okay, my sixes are going to simplify to 0. So I end up with the cube root of x to the third. My sixes are now gone. And now my cube and my cube root cancel each other out, and I'm left with just x. But if you can't show me the steps to do that, then you're not going to get the full points, because again, the process is really what's important here. And again, since I end up with x on both of them, they are inverses. And that is function composition.